Picking a good movie for a first date should be a no-brainer, but sometimes it's harder than you think. Don't worry, we're here to help. Let's take a ride together. First dates can be tricky endeavors no matter how you slice it. You gotta pick out which clothes to wear, how to keep your conversation light and engaging, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can kill a romantic evening more than picking the wrong movie. So to help, we put together a list of the 5 worst movies to watch on a first date, and they should be avoided at all costs. Number 5. The number 5 pick doesn't sound like a bad idea at first because it's a light comedy, but it's really not the best idea. That's 1999's American Pie. The problem here is the movie's specific sense of humor. The comedy is relentlessly crass, revolving almost entirely around sexual frustration, bodily fluids, and deeply embarrassing situations. It might have been hilarious when you were 15, but watching it with a potential partner is just a recipe for pure awkwardness. Do you really want your first date's impression of your sense of humor to be Jason Biggs getting intimate with a warm apple pie, or Stifler accidentally drinking a beer that's been spiked? Watching American Pie may give your date the impression that your comedic sensibilities are stuck in the 90s at best, or that you're a bit of a creep at worst. Number 4. Our number 4 pick is a critically acclaimed film, praised for its performances, yet it'll make you feel empty inside by the time you leave. It'll suck the soul right out of you. That's 1987's Ironweed. Set during the Great Depression, the film follows Francis and Helen, a homeless alcoholic couple wrestling with terminal illness and the ghosts of their past. Francis is tormented by the memory of accidentally killing his infant son decades earlier, while Helen is a former singer who's wasting away. The film is praised for its performances, but it's famous for being unrelentingly bleak and for being a tremendous downer. Full disclosure, I took a first date to see Ironweed. I'm sorry. Number 3. Number 3 is another critical darling, yet it's an exploration of male loneliness. Probably not a good pick for the first date, and that's Spike Jonze's Her. The story follows Theodore, played by Joaquin Phoenix, a lonely man going through a painful divorce who falls in love with his advanced operating system, Samantha, voiced by Scarlett Johansson. The whole movie is a meditation on isolation. It's profoundly sad. It asks big, uncomfortable questions about love and connection. Questions you really don't want to be thinking about while trying to build a new connection with someone. When a man would rather spend a date with a machine instead of a real person, that's kind of a red flag. You might want to avoid this one. Number 2. Our number 2 movie is another critical hit and was so influential that its director made it not once but twice. And I'm not talking about The Vanishing, because that would be a better pick. It's the 1997 film Funny Games, and the 2007 American remake, Funny Games. This is not your typical horror movie. There are no fun jump scares and no satisfying ending where the bad guy gets what's coming to him. It's a movie about psychological torture, plain and simple. 2 polite young men hold a family hostage at their lake house and proceed to terrorize them for their own amusement. What makes it truly awful for a first date is how it implicates the audience. One of the killers constantly breaks the fourth wall, winking at the camera or talking to the viewer. He even literally rewinds the film at one point to undo a moment where the victims fight back. When a movie wants you to feel bad about yourself, you know it's not a good choice for a first date. Before we unveil our number 1 pick for the worst first date movie, the one film that combines almost every bad category into one catastrophic experience, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. You don't want to miss out on more videos like these. Number 1. Number 1 is another must-see film, just not for a first date. We're talking about Ari Aster's Midsummer. Any movie that's a weird twist on the Wicker Man is welcome, but probably not on a first date, especially when it deals directly with relationships that are pretty toxic to begin with. Are there any movies that you would avoid on the first date that don't have the word Terrifier somewhere in the title? Drop me a line down in the comments. As always, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.